All right, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 lead generation strategies for 2024. These are the things that are working right now. This video is going to be posting in late 2024, and these are working right now. And I know this because they're working for myself, they're working for my clients. Here's some proof to show you that I know what I'm doing. I have 2 different businesses that are up to 7 figures per year. And so this is what's working. This is what's actually getting clients. All right. So we're going to start off with number 5, and then we're going to go down, and it's going to be better the further down that you go. But it kind of depends on your business as well. And I'll kind of explain which ones are best for different types of businesses. So the first one is going to be one that just about everybody knows about, but you're going to have to spice it up a little bit. And that is having a lead magnet, right? So obviously, lead magnet is very, very good. And lead magnet is something that you give away for free that's valuable to the client in exchange for usually their email. Now, you can also give it away to them in exchange for them going into like a group or like a Facebook group, a school group, etc. But yeah, lead magnet, it's basically one of the oldest marketing strategies, and it still works incredibly well. And the truth is, guys, the old marketing strategies in many cases are the ones that still work the best. And I'm going to be talking about that a little bit here momentarily. So, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can do video courses. Usually when it comes to lead magnets, you want to solve one really painful problem for somebody, and you don't want to solve all of their painful problems, just one really quick fix painful problem. So for instance, if you are a coach watching this, you could make a lead magnet that helps people choose their niche, right? So you solve that problem, choosing your niche, and then after they're done with that problem, they may be interested in buying your other products where you help them actually monetize, from the content that they're making or from the niche that they chose, right? And so that would be a really good example. Just one thing where you help them choose their niche, and then after that, they can do other stuff because there are going to be more problems that pop up. Okay, so that's a really good example of a lead magnet. Typically, you don't want to make them too long. That's one thing that I've seen that's a pretty big mistake. Any lead magnet you do, you want it to be relatively short. You want them to be able to go over it relatively quickly. Some other really good lead magnets would be kind of like a 7-step guide or a checklist. Notion templates can be really good for lead magnets as well. So let's say you're selling to personal fitness trainers, right? You could make a Notion template that has a checklist that they can give to their clients for the things that they need to do on a day-to-day basis, right? So that's something that's really valuable that you can give to them, that they can then give to their clients, and it makes a big difference, and it looks really good. And a lot of people like using Notion, and that's a good way for you to get their email, and so that you can talk to them further. But yeah, lead magnet is incredibly important. It's like, guys, the money is still in the list. I know it's 2024, and I know you think like nobody checks their email anymore, but the numbers don't lie. For every $1 you spend on an email, you get typically about $35 to $40 in return. Okay, the numbers don't lie. Email marketing is still one of the highest ROI activities that you can possibly do. It's just a no-brainer. Get people's emails. Lead magnets are great. Now, there's a lot of different types of lead magnets, and now we're gonna be talking about that next. So the next one on the list is going to be a live webinar. Okay, live webinar. Love live webinars. I know that these are super old as well. Okay, people have been doing webinars for like 10 or 15 years, but guys, this is what's actually working. I go to masterminds. I'm in 2 different masterminds right now. One of them's a $50,000 mastermind. The other one's a $40,000 mastermind. And the people that are crushing it the hardest, guys, they're doing weekly live webinars. Weekly. Okay? They're not doing the evergreen webinars where they record it and they get it perfect and then it's just evergreen. They are doing live webinars because people can tell. People can tell when it's not live, and they're not going to show up very often. Okay, so live weekly webinars are still crushing it. Now, here's what you can do with live webinars. Obviously, you can sell to the people. You give value to the people that show up. You tell your story. Okay, make sure you tell your story. And usually when you give value, guys, I'll kind of just put this down here. Simple. Keep it simple. Like 3 simple steps. Okay, you always want to keep it simple. okay? Do not get complicated. Keep it simple. Tell your story. Make sure you tell your story so they can relate and they can believe that they can do it as well. Very important. And then here's the crazy thing, guys. You sell at the end, but the part that a lot of people don't really understand how it works is the people that don't buy, the people that showed up to the webinar but they don't buy, or the people that signed up to the webinar but they don't buy, you can actually have outbound salespeople. So sometimes this is a call, and it can also be email, and it can also be text. Okay? But you can go outbound to these people that don't show up, and that's where you could literally double or triple the amount of money you make when you do this. Okay? And that's what the people that are really crushing it, this is what they're doing. The people that show up to their webinars, to their lives, they do outbound with those people. So this is a super, super effective tactic, and it works incredibly well. Okay? So live weekly webinars. You can also go live on some of the platforms. You know, you don't necessarily have to do like a classic webinar. You can go live on the platforms, but what I recommend is either using something like Webinar Jam and or Zoom. You can also use Zoom. So next is something very similar to a webinar, and you can't do this weekly, but it's a live 3 to 7 day challenge. Okay? And I know my handwriting is terrible. I apologize. You know, I should have been a doctor, I guess. But yeah, live 3 to 7 day challenge. You can do this. If you really push it, you can do it once a month. But realistically, if you want people to actually be excited about it, you want to do this once every 2 months or so. In fact, do it once every 2 to 3 months. That's the perfect time frame to do this. You can't do these all the time. I've tried to do the challenges all the time, and it doesn't work because it doesn't really become as exclusive when you do it all the time. So really do it once every 2 to 3 months, and that's good. You could push it and try to maybe do it once a month, but that's really pushing it, and you're probably going to see some diminishing returns from people that are just like, oh, it's not exclusive anymore. Because the whole thing about doing a live 3 to 7 day challenge is it's this like huge opportunity. And if you're doing it every month, it's not a huge opportunity. But if you do it every 2 months, 2 to 3 months, it's pretty good. Okay? So live 3 to 7 day challenges are an amazing way to get leads. And these people spend a lot of time with you because each day is like 1 to 2 hours, and then it's times 3 to 7, right? So if it could be 2 to 7, that means they're spending 14 hours with you. I mean, holy cow. That is a lot of time for your prospects to be spending with you, and they're very, very likely going to buy from you after that. So that's another really good one, live 3 to 7 day challenges. In terms of the tech you use on that one, Zoom. Zoom is the best way to do it. Definitely use Zoom for the live 3 to 7 day challenges. Then you've got free groups. Free groups, or you know what? I'll add into this cheap paid groups. Okay? So free group would be something like Facebook. This is the classic one. You can also do school. And if you want to do a cheap paid group, you could do school. There's certain, you could also do, you know, there's Discord. For certain niches, you can do Discord as well. And then Telegram, you know, if it's like investing or something, Discord, Telegram, etc. But yeah, it's cheap paid school. For certain niches, you could also do like a paid Telegram group as well, or a paid Discord. But yeah, school is really good for cheap paid. And then the classic ones for free groups is Facebook, and you can do school as well. Although I think school works a little bit better for the cheap paid. Now, when I say cheap paid, I mean something like anywhere from $1 to maybe $50 a month. $50 if you're selling like really high ticket. But yeah, $1 to $50 a month, something like that. And then you actually use this group in order to upsell them into your high ticket offer. So you obviously use these groups in order to upsell them into your high ticket offer, right? So it's not necessarily even designed to make money on its own. A lot of the time, especially if you're running paid ads to these will either liquidate themselves, so they'll make you $0, or they might even make you negative money, right? They might even cost you money, but they're worth it in the long run. Okay, so free groups or really cheap paid groups can be really good. And then if you're selling something really expensive, and or if you just don't have anything better to do, probably the best lead magnet you can possibly do is a service-based lead magnet. Service-based lead, lead magnet. Okay. And what exactly is this? This is a lead magnet that takes you time to do. So it actually takes you time to complete it. So service-based lead magnets, they take you time. So this could be you auditing, for instance. Let's say you're an Instagram coach. You teach people how to grow their Instagrams. This could be you actually auditing their Instagram. So they sign up for an Instagram audit, and you give them the Instagram audit. You go over their Instagram, you go over the stats, tell them what they're doing right, tell them what they're doing wrong, and then send the video to them. Maybe you even post the video somewhere else on the internet so other people can kind of see your methodology. I've seen people do this with YouTube. Sometimes, once in a while, people will audit my sales process, like my landing page. I've seen people do that. And yeah, that's basically a service-based lead magnet. Now, there are ways you can do it where people sign up for the service, and then there are ways you do it where you actually just literally give it to them for free. Now, so you have sign up. This would be like an audit, and then you just give them something for free, and that would be kind of like a Loom video. So maybe you do like a semi-service-based Loom video where you kind of just go over their channel. Again, let's just say you do SEO services for websites. You make a Loom, you go over their website, you tell them what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and then you basically say that, hey, if this was helpful to you, go ahead and message me back. And then when they message you back, you try to get them on an actual call, right? So service-based lead magnets, especially good if you have the time to do it. So if you don't have any clients, you should probably be doing service-based lead magnets, right? Yeah, send it out to your email list as a one-time offer, something like that. This is another thing that's really good with service-based lead magnets is, let's just say there's a week where you don't have enough calls. You can just offer a service-based lead magnet. So you can just like offer an audit as a one-time offer, right? OTO, one-time offer for an audit. And then you can get some sales calls on your calendar, because if you're just, if your salespeople are sitting there without any sales calls, you can do a lead magnet, one-time offer, and there you go, service-based lead magnet. So yeah, these are the types of lead generation strategies that are working extremely well, specifically for coaches, consultants, online service providers, agency owners, etc. In 2024. So try these lead magnets out. These are working incredibly well, and if you try all of them, obviously there's going to be different ones that work better for different types of situations. But if you try all of these and it doesn't work for you, then you're definitely doing something wrong. But with that being said, I do teach people how to turn traffic into leads and how to get traffic in the first place, and then turn those leads into actual sales, aka make money or monetize. And if you want to see exactly how I do that, you can check it out down in the description in the pinned comment below, and you can even get a call with me. Oh, also guys, I want to say something really quickly. If you disagree with me on any of these, definitely comment down below. If you think there's other types of lead generation strategies that are better, definitely comment down below. So have a good one, guys. Take care.